Scusate, dammi pregare te togliete.
This.
Actually, that'll probably be fit. Czy ty думаешь, że to będzie zawodaka? Типа нормально для борщ? Для 5 людей?
You have to rinse it out though.
Yeah, we can do that. Okay, добре, то чи ти мені можеш просто написати через текст?
I think my biggest memory, or my best memory of cooking with my family is definitely when I was like probably 7 or 8 years old. Is one of my earliest memories. We still lived in like a tiny little apartment in Chicago. My grandma like had to lift me up and put me on this super high stool just so I can get to the counter to help her like curl over and make the actual like dumplings themselves. So that's probably my fondest memory of cooking with my family. So I was born in Ukraine, and then when I turned about 2.5 is when we moved over to Chicago. And we lived in the south side of Chicago, which was a very dangerous area. After a couple years of there, with my parents working so hard to get us out of there, obviously, they're trying to do their best for their kids, like all parents do. We finally moved out to a little bit better apartment in near the Ukrainian village in Chicago. And then after a couple years of that, that's when we finally moved out to Mundelein, where we live now in the suburbs, which is way nicer and safer neighborhood. Growing up in Chicago was weird, just because growing up one bilingual and an immigrant also affected me a lot. There's two sides of my family, I guess, or two sides of me, I guess. It was more of like whenever I'm with my dad and things like that, and anywhere we're out in public, I always have to translate and stuff like that. So there's that side of me, which is very Ukrainian. But then again, I go along my day and it doesn't even feel like I'm Ukrainian most of the time, because I speak English, I think in English, I dream in English and things like that, which is really weird because back when I was younger, I dreamt in Ukrainian and thought all my thoughts were in Ukrainian and stuff like that. So that's definitely something that's kind of bridged the gap a little bit. Identifying as an immigrant, for me at least, it didn't really affect my life very much. Not like a lot of immigrants. But that's also because I'm a like cis white male, and you can't really tell that I'm an immigrant until you actually like ask me or something like that. You know, you would never be able to tell. That's something I do like to do to people, is like not tell anybody and then just pick up the phone with my mom and just start speaking Ukrainian and then just blow their minds. We were those immigrants who came over with pretty much nothing, and my parents have now turned that into a very comfortable living and made my life very easy and comfortable, and made my little brother's life very easy and comfortable.
Is that weird?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Okay. Which one?
So code 45 and Tuesdays.
Not really. But
Came to the party, got the dog, smoke that kind of weed.
I'm trying to figure out how you can